It's an orange juice.
What's up everyone, this is Yarn from Orange Juice. The Inferno Dragon has the same attack mechanic like an Inferno Tower. It'll ramp up in damage and reach max DPS just like an Inferno Tower. It's like Sparky. It's scary if ignored. The Inferno Tower has 3 tiers of damage. The first 2 seconds it reaches tier 1 at 87 DPS. The next 2 seconds it reaches tier 2 dealing 326 DPS. At 4 seconds it reaches tier 3 with a maximum DPS of 1760. The Inferno Dragon mechanic functions exactly the same. The first 2 seconds will deal 75 DPS. The next 2 seconds will deal 250 DPS. At 4 seconds it reaches its maximum DPS of 875. Knowing this, the optimal time to stun the Inferno Dragon is at 4 seconds, right before it reaches max DPS. It's easily distracted by small units. It takes a full 8 seconds to kill just 3 goblins. Its attack range is 2 tiles shorter than an Inferno Tower. It's very slow, so it'll have a hard time getting through a Tesla. An Inferno Tower pulls all ground units. An Inferno Dragon does not pull ground units. These cards may have the same attack mechanic, but the dragon has half the health and damage. The dragon is not a direct replacement for the Inferno Tower. It's a fragile flying unit with less range. It has relatively low health and moves very slowly. Even an Ice Spirit can stop it. In a large brawl, the Ice Spirit is one of the best counters against the Inferno Dragon. Once locked on, it won't chase units, so once a unit runs out of range, the Inferno charge is disrupted and it has to re-engage. Against units that don't target air, you'll want to place the dragon between the target and its destination since it has a 4-tile attack range. Planting it too high will allow the units to run out of range. Knowing this, in a real situation you can easily counter the Inferno Dragon with fast units since the first 2 seconds are only its tier 1 damage. The Inferno Dragon is similar to Sparky. They're intimidating and they can take out towers in seconds, but they're easily distracted by small cards. That being said, the Inferno Dragon is no Sparky replacement. It's a single target unit that needs to charge up in the middle of the battlefield, and it has less health than a Sparky and doesn't splash. When it does manage to slip past the cracks, it can take out the tower better than Sparky. If it's locked onto your tower, and you don't kill or stun it, you're gonna have a bad time. When slowed by poison or an ice wizard, it takes about 1 second longer to reach max damage. If you don't have interruption cards, small units like skeletons will distract it for 6 seconds. Spawners distract it very easily. The witch is very good against the Inferno Dragon since she can attack air and distract it with skeletons. Minions are reliable to counter the dragon. Mega Minion is slower and has a smaller range, so it won't be as effective as minions. A musketeer can take it out before it can reach tier 2 damage. Since it's a delicate beast, it needs a tank in front to distract the support units. I used the Lava Hound to absorb everything while the Inferno Dragon took care of the giant. With the momentum I built up, I sent in a miner as a secondary tank. This helped keep the Inferno Dragon alive long enough that it could lock onto the tower for a few seconds, dealing thousands of damage, taking it out. It may be hard to kill with a tank, but it can be sniped with lightning. Zap can finish it off if you have the elixir to spare. Its weakness is that it retargets very slowly, so a splash unit complements it very well. The baby dragon is a great synergy. On top of it being a splank, it's also a faster air unit, so you can accelerate the Inferno Dragon. The Inferno Dragon works well as a defensive card against tanks, then turns into a counterattack for a large snowball push. Traditionally, a giant deck uses it to absorb hits, then turn into a counterattack. The Inferno Dragon can take out the giant on the enemy side. It's a weaker Inferno Tower that can counterattack. It works well with units or spells that can slow tanks, as well as with units in front to tank for it. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more quality OJ.